They'll never see it coming, and that's the beauty of it. Control isn't about yelling, force, or being the loudest in the room. It's about silence, precision, and understanding human nature so deeply that you can guide people's thoughts and decisions without them ever realizing it. These are 7 dark psychology tricks that are powerful, subtle, and shockingly effective in real life. Used by con artists, cult leaders, politicians, and even master negotiators, these tactics aren't magic, they're mental engineering. And once you understand them, you'll start to see how people are manipulated every single day, sometimes by people they trust the most. Let's begin with the first one, the illusion of choice. Want someone to do what you want without resistance? Give them options, but make sure both options lead to your desired outcome. Instead of saying, "Can you help me?" say, "Do you want to help me now or after lunch?" It makes them feel in control while actually surrendering control. It's how expert salespeople, interrogators, and even parents bypass resistance, not by taking power, but by offering it, strategically. The second trick, mirroring to build subconscious rapport. This is so simple yet so powerful it's used by FBI agents during high-stakes interrogations. When you subtly mirror someone's posture, tone, or speech patterns, their brain registers you as safe and familiar. They start to trust you even if they don't know why. Over time, they open up more, comply more, and bond more. But here's where it gets darker. Once that bond is built, you can guide conversations, plant ideas, or influence their beliefs, and it all feels like their idea. Trick 3. Silence as a weapon. Most people can't tolerate silence. It makes them anxious. They rush to fill it with justification, apologies, or information they never meant to give. Use this. When someone says something revealing, don't respond. Pause. Let the silence expand. They'll often keep talking, revealing more than they planned. In negotiations, staying silent after an offer can pressure the other person to backtrack or sweeten the deal. Silence creates discomfort, and discomfort creates leverage. Now, before we continue, here's a moment of real talk. These tricks are powerful, yes, but power without purpose is dangerous. If you're watching this to manipulate for ego, stop here. But if you're watching because you're tired of being played, talked over, or underestimated, then hit subscribe right now, because this channel is about reclaiming power ethically, mastering human behavior, and building unshakable influence without becoming a monster. Let's keep going. Trick number 4, controlled vulnerability. We're trained to believe that power means never showing weakness. That's wrong. The right kind of vulnerability, shared intentionally, creates trust fast. Think about how con artists gain sympathy. They open up just enough, reveal a past wound or hardship, and suddenly the target wants to help them. It's not about being fake. It's about knowing when to share something real that builds connection. When people feel they've seen the real you, they lower their guard. And when their guard is down, influence flows in. Trick 5. Anchoring emotions to specific triggers. If you consistently give someone praise, warmth, or attention every time they do a certain behavior, they begin to crave that behavior. You're literally conditioning them like Pavlov's dog. But the darker side? You can also anchor stress or guilt to behaviors you want to reduce, like withdrawing attention when they act a certain way. Over time, they'll unconsciously shift just to regain emotional balance. This is used in toxic relationships all the time, but in your hands, it can be used consciously to guide people toward growth or silence toxicity without confrontation. Trick 6. The foot in the door technique. Want someone to do something big? Start small. Ask for a tiny favor first, something so minor they'd feel weird saying no, then escalate. Research shows that once someone says yes to a small request, they're far more likely to agree to larger ones later. It's about building momentum. Cult leaders use this to get loyalty. Manipulative bosses use this to get over work. You can use it to build trust, shift dynamics, or get influence without ever looking pushy. And finally, trick 7, reframing reality. This is the most advanced of all. It means changing how someone sees a situation without directly arguing. Instead of saying you're wrong, you reframe the meaning. For example, if someone complains, "You're always so distant," you say, "I try to give space because I respect your independence." Boom. Now their criticism becomes a compliment. Politicians do this constantly. Masters of persuasion twist blame into leadership, failure into learning, control into care. It's not about lying, it's about directing perception. And if you control how someone sees the world, you control what they do in it. Now think about this. How different would your life be if you had known these 7 tricks 5 years ago? How many fake friends, manipulative partners, or toxic co-workers could you have outplayed silently, without drama, without emotional exhaustion, without letting them see you sweat? This isn't fantasy. This is real-world psychology. It's been studied, practiced, and weaponized for decades. The good news? Now it's in your hands. But here's the warning. Don't use it to harm. Use it to defend, to lead, to break free from mental games you didn't sign up for. Because once you master dark psychology, you stop reacting and start designing your life one silent move at a time.